content strategy, and test-taking skill. All right, so deadlines and timelines. Deadlines. So here are the important deadlines to be aware of for senior year, okay? And then we're going to sort of go back and work towards them. The early decision, early action deadlines are November 1st and 15th. Well, November 1st for most schools, and then November 15th for the DC schools, although this year Georgetown moved theirs up from the 15th to the 1st. Okay? But basically, November 1st is like the date. All right? Early notification, which is when you hear the decision on your early application, all right, whether it's early decision or early action, is normally around December 15th. That's when those responses come back. Some schools may be a day or two earlier, some schools may be a week later. Okay, but December 15th is sort of the general time you hear back from schools during early. Now, just to distinguish between early decision and early action, early decision is a binding agreement. You sign a contract, and your parent signs his or her name as well. If you get into that school, you're going. Okay? Early action is not a promise to get married, but rather a promise to get engaged. All right? Yeah, we'll take you, but you're not committed to coming here. Okay? Different schools have different policies. Very, very few have both. Okay? So, again, early decision is binding, early action is non-binding. November 1st is the date to send those applications in. Regular decision for most schools is January 1st. Some January 10th, some the 15th, some February 1st, some February 15th, but really, for most of the schools that we all care about, January 1st is normally the deadline. Okay? Regular notification begins in March and stretches into April. That's when we start hearing back from our schools. All right? And then we have something called the wait list, which is if you don't get in early, you don't get in regular. If you don't get rejected, you might get waitlisted, and then you're on a standby list. All right? Deposits are due May 1st. Once a school receives all the deposits by May 1st, they then know how many spots they have left. Depending on how many spots they have left, they go to the wait list and make offers, or they don't. Speaking of Middlebury, I had a student from New York City, a different one. Middlebury was her first choice. She applied early, got deferred, got waitlisted, decided on Johns Hopkins, sent in her deposit. Then I was at her house working with her brother. She gets a phone call on a Friday from Middlebury. It was like May 3rd or something. Hi, Samantha, Middlebury College. We want to offer you a place in the wait list. And this is a kid who has now emotionally moved on from this, right? Well, to the best of her capabilities. Are you interested, in coming? She was obviously, all in a tizzy, and she's like, I have to think about it. She's like, she's like, I don't know. She's like, all right, well, tell us by Monday. So she had the weekend to make this huge decision after she thought it wasn't going to be a possibility for her. Okay? So that happens after May 1st. Usually within the first week of May, people know where they're going to school.